To open Dakstats Football, double-click the Dakstats Football icon on your computer's desktop. When the Dakstats Football program is first opened, users are greeted by the splash screen. Here, users may select seasons, games, and rosters to configure, as well as open, import, export games, and print detailed reports. The season, teams, rosters, and other game information must first be set up before users can use the Dakstats Football application for scores and statistics. Users can set up the entire season and all of the teams before the first game of the season ever begins. It is recommended that games are set up at least 1 hour before the game start time. The first step to set up the Dakstats Football program is creating the season in which the games will be played. By default, a demo season exists in the Seasons file, but users should create their own season for all future games. To create a season, go to Configure, Season and System Preferences. In the System Preferences window, click Add. In the New Season window, type in the season title. Next, select the default play entry mode. Select the Rules file. The Rules file sets things such as the number of quarters in the game and the amount of time in each quarter. There are 5 different rules files to choose from. Rules Arena are the rules set for the AFL. Rules HS are the rules set for high school. Rules Indoor are the rules set for IFL teams. Rules NCAA are the rules set for the NCAA teams. Rules NFL are the rules set for the NFL teams. Select the default gender, either male or female, and then click OK. The next step to set up the Dakstats Football program is to configure the teams. In order to create games later in setup, both home and guest teams must be configured. When adding a new team, users are required to enter the team location, nickname, print name, and abbreviation for teams to be displayed correctly. All other information is optional. To add a new team, go to Configure Teams. In the Configure Teams window, select the season. Click Add New and type in the team location. For example, for a team named South Dakota State Jackrabbits, you would enter South Dakota State in the team location text box. Next, type in the team's nickname, such as the team mascot. When displaying the team name as RTD on an LED display, the team nickname is the name that is typically shown as the team name on the display. Type in the team's official name in the print name text box. This name appears on most reports and printouts. Finally, enter the team's abbreviation. The abbreviation is used to identify games. Click Save to save all changes. Repeat this process until all teams are entered. Click Close to exit the Configure Teams window. To edit a team or make changes, go to Configure Teams. In the Configure Teams window, select the season. Select the team to edit and then enter changes to the team's information using the text boxes. Click Save to keep the changes, or click Cancel to disregard the changes. Click Close when finished. On the Configure Roster screen, users are able to add, retrieve, or edit rosters. Users must enter a roster for their team, as well as any visiting teams, to be able to use the play-by-play entry mode. To add players to a roster, go to Configure Rosters. In the Configure Rosters window, select the correct season, and then select the team to enter rosters for. Click Add New. The new player will be displayed at the top of the roster as Add New Player. Fill in the fields with the player's information. At a minimum, users need to enter the player's number, first name, and last name. Click Save to keep the changes, or click Cancel to disregard the changes. Repeat this process until all team members are entered. Click Close when finished. To edit a player, go to Configure Rosters. Select the player and change the player information fields as necessary. Click Save to keep the changes or Cancel to disregard the changes. To delete a player, go to Configure Rosters. Select the player and then click Delete. Click Yes to keep the changes or No to disregard the changes. Click Close when finished. It is important to note that the user cannot delete a player from the roster if he or she has stats entered for the game. The Game Information window allows users to fill in several fields of detailed game information. The following steps must be completed for a game to be created properly. To create a game, go to File, New Game. The Game Information window will appear. Select the correct season. Select the visiting team and home team. Select the game type. Enter the correct start time. Select the desired entry mode and enter the correct date. The remaining fields are optional and do not need to be filled in when creating a new game. Click Save Game to keep the changes and then click Done when finished. If the game has not been saved, the user will be prompted to do so at this point.